Spring is finally here, and that means it's time for some Blue Jays baseball and time to get excited. Has it been a long winter? Absolutely. And if you're finding it hard to get really amped about this season, I get it. Trust me. This team has a Vlad Guerrero Jr. sized cloud hanging over it right now, and plenty of questions that still need to be answered. But for a moment, if you will, can we get excited? Because it's not all doom and gloom around here. So let's get into it. Welcome to another Bodog Sports Breakdown. I'm Aaron Rose, and I think maybe things could be pretty fun this year. Let's start with the elephant in the room, Vladdy and his contract. And my sense that whole deadline thing from a little while ago was a bunch of nonsense. Vladdy still seems open to having contract discussions, and the Blue Jays remain optimistic about keeping him. And if you're Mark Shapiro, you don't come forward and proclaim that optimism unless you're really confident Vladdy isn't leaving. The fact of the matter is, there's too much at risk for the Blue Jays to not keep Vladdy. And I think, there has to be a path forward to a deal here. But this team is more than just Vladdy. And if you look at last year, it felt like everything that could go wrong did go wrong. The Jays ranked in the bottom 10 in clutch stats, both offensively and in pitching, according to Fangraphs. And that is unlikely to repeat itself. Just look at the Padres, for example. They were a historically unclutched team in 2023. Then, things swung radically the other way, and they won 93 games last year. Maybe it's not quite that simple. But sheer luck can completely change the outlook of a team season. Then there's what we've seen this spring. Now, I'm not going to tell you spring stats are particularly indicative of what's to come this regular season. But this might be. Addison Barger is hitting balls harder than ever, and max exit velocity is a predictive stat. Then there's Alan Roden, the number 5 prospect in the Blue Jays system, who has been absolutely raking this spring. Is Toronto loaded with prospect talent? No. But there are some guys in this system to get excited about. Talent that with some good fortune should help contribute to this team this year. What else have we seen? Bo Bichette once again looking like Bo Bichette, and that's a dude with a ton on the line this year. Again, it's hard to believe that he's going to have a season as bad as last year's. And the swing from a below average hitter to the guy we've seen every year before last season would significantly change the Blue Jays offense. Add to that Anthony Santander, the kind of slugger this team so desperately needed last year. And Toronto's offense should take a huge step forward this year. I'm not going to tell you that this team is some juggernaut. It very well could all come crashing down with major changes looming in the not-so-distant future. But today, the Blue Jays are undefeated. And if you look carefully, there are certainly reasons to be optimistic. So let me know what you're feeling coming into this season. And as always, like and subscribe for more content coming soon.